Welcome to the Crypto Andrew live stream. Let's see what's going on here in crypto. And wow, Bitcoin had kind of a crazy day today. So I do want to talk about that here pretty quickly. Let me just do a sound check really quickly on Bitcoin and we will get started. Testing 1, 2, 3. So the sound should be good. Right now, the Crypto Fear Index sitting at 16. We are in extreme fear. Now, if we go over to bulk map and kind of see where all of the liquidity is sitting for Bitcoin, I believe if I had to take a guess, I haven't looked in a day or so, maybe more. If I had to take a guess, I presume that most of the liquidity is to the downside. On the weekly time frame, you have more liquidity at down to $75,000 than above us. You have some at 81, but the most is at $75,000 for Bitcoin. So I do see more downside for Bitcoin. And I'm just going to say to my Telegram chat that we are live. We have a Telegram chat. If you want to join that, link to join is in the description or my bio. But right now, Bitcoin has the most liquidity at $75,000 on the weekly time frame. And then if you look at the daily, you can see there's more liquidity at $85,000, which is $1,000 lower, and some at 82. So really, at least in the next 24 hours, I expect us to go down another $1,085, and probably sometime before the end of the year, we see $75,000 on Bitcoin. So that is just kind of what Bookmap is suggesting happens. We are live on YouTube as well. If you guys want to go check us out there, I don't know why everyone watches us on TikTok. But that's what I see going on. I see Bitcoin getting a tumble to the downside. Now, we can do a top-down analysis on what Bitcoin is doing. You see that it's been rejected off of the 4-hour 200-day moving average now multiple times. I would say that at this point, Bitcoin has strong weekly resistance at the price level of $90,200. If Bitcoin cannot reclaim $90,200, which you were rejected off of earlier today, then I'm very bearish on Bitcoin on the daily time frame and really the weekly time frame. If we do not break, at least short-term, $88,300, then I'm bearish on the 4-hour time frame for Bitcoin. So I would say I'm bearish on the daily, which is the high time frame. I'm bearish on the 4-hour time frame, which I would say is medium time frame. And I will tell you about the smaller time frames here in a second. But right now, if we do not crack $88,400 to the upside again for Bitcoin, I see no reason why we don't continue down to about $82,200. That's a measure move out of this rising wedge here, making a lower high on Bitcoin. And that would be a lower high, lower low. And the trend is your friend till the end. Right now, the trend is to the downside. And I do see more downside for Bitcoin. So again, my measure move for Bitcoin to the downside is $82,200. We'll see what happens. This is not a day I usually go live, so maybe that's why the viewers are bad. I don't get it. I mean, we're in a bear market. I get that, but I can't believe there's not more viewers here. The 1-hour time frame right now is very oversold. But again, you're now below another resistance at 86,200. If you don't crack that level, I'm bearish on the 1 hour. And then we jump down to like the half-hour time frame, and that's pretty much the same as the 1 hour. 15-minute time frame. I mean, now even a 15-minute time frame you could say is another bear flag. So, I mean, we'll see eventually what happens, right? But this is not looking great. Like the smaller time frames, once again, I see more downside for Bitcoin. Even now, we're making another bear flag on the 15-minute time frame. To me, obviously, we're in a bear market. That's obvious. That's been obvious to me. And you managed to move out of this bear flag now on the 15-minute time frame because you got that pump earlier is pretty bad. Like, here's your next measure move to the downside. I see Bitcoin going down to $82,000 here on the 15-minute time frame. If Bitcoin does not hit $82,000 and 82 and change in the next week, I'd be very, very surprised. If it doesn't hit in the next 24 hours, I'd be surprised as well. I'm going to call for a move right now. I hate to say this, but I'm going to call for a move down to about $82,000 here for Bitcoin sometime by, what is today, Wednesday? Probably by Friday night. In the next 48 hours at most. Just over 48 hours. I'll say 48 hours. I think Bitcoin's going to hit $82,200 around that level in 48 hours. So I'm bearish on Bitcoin on the small time frames. I'm bearish on Bitcoin on the high time frames and on the medium time frames. I'm bearish on the daily. I'm bearish on the 4-hour. And now I'm bearish on the 15-minute. 15-minute below the 200 in a bear flag measure move would take you down to $81,600. So actually, yeah, I see Bitcoin at least hitting $82,000 in the next 48 hours. I could be so wrong. I'd love to be wrong, but guys, the trends that bearish on the smaller time frames. The trend is bearish on the 4-hour. The trend's bearish on the daily. I can't be bullish right now. There's no reason to be bullish. I still have a sell point at $95,000 for one of my trades, but short term, I don't see upside for Bitcoin. Now, Bitcoin wants to be bullish on the 50-minute time frame, and if you want any chance of a reversal, Bitcoin must reclaim $86,800. If you don't reclaim $86,800, I see more downside to about 81.6 for Bitcoin. If this, then that. So that's kind of what I see going on for Bitcoin. If you guys have requests for altcoins, let me know in the comment section below and I'll look at them. But for right now, that's what I see going on for Bitcoin. And it just looks bearish. And again, that's another reason I'm in this short on Internet Protocol. I've been in this short since I think about Tuesday of last week. I've been in this trade now 8 days. And I see eventually, and then recently it was in this rising wedge. Earlier today, you made like a double top at $3.13. That was a little worrisome, but my stop loss was at $3.30 at the time, so I was fine. And my stop loss right now is at $3.30 on ICP in a short. And this measure move of the rising wedge, just like Bitcoin had recently, like right back here. The measure move is $2.77 on Internet Protocol, and I predict that we're going to get down to that level. We got within about 10 cents of it earlier today, but I predict we're going to get down to 277, 276 on ICP by Thursday at noon Central Time. UTC time. So that's what I'm predicting right now. So in less than 2 days, I would say, I would be surprised if you don't go down another 10 cents in 2 days. I see more downside. And for me, ICP going down 10 cents is nothing. Today it's down 17 cents. So we'll see what happens. And I do have a take profit. I will put a take profit in at $2.25. That's kind of the ultimate target of this short. But short term, the next target to the downside is 276. Now, if you lose 276 on ICP, I see the next target being about 225. I talked about that in a YouTube video here. I posted like an hour ago, but that's kind of what I see going on with Internet Protocol. It just looks more bearish than bullish. Thank you for the likes on YouTube, on TikTok. I do appreciate it. So yeah, that's kind of those altcoins that I'm going through. I tried a long Jelly in a ascending triangle, but it looks like you're about to roll over out of it. So right now my stop loss, aka liquidation, because I only put $20 in this trade isolated, so I would lose $20 if I lose this trade. But my stop loss is about basically 0.087, which you almost touched. I'm still in the trade, but at this point it doesn't look fantastic. It looked good earlier. I entered here, it looked okay for a while, and at this point it's kind of rolling over. We'll see. It could still bounce here, but it's starting to look a little sketchy to me. Like the half-hour loss of 200, that's not great. Now the 1 hour would be the next stop to the downside, coming in at 8 cents, 8.2 cents. So Jelly is something I'm watching. Jelly is something I'm long on, unless you use 0.087 cents. But I will say it doesn't look fantastic. The other day it looked great. I'm still in the trade, but it doesn't look good on Jelly anymore. So we'll see what happens, but I'm not very bullish on Jelly right now. It looks like we could see more downside. So those are just the two trades I'm in. Jelly looks a lot worse than ICP as far as the trade. Like I think I'm gonna probably lose $20 on Jelly, and I'll lose the trade. If I win the trade, my take profit was like $1,000 profit. It was it was supposed to be a swing trade, but ICP ICP is likely to win this trade. In fact, I can't lose the ICP trade because my stop loss is in slight profits. And when I say slight profits, I mean probably like $30. So anyways, those are the two trades I'm in. ICP looks like it's going to continue to roll over. Jelly looks like it's going to roll over and stop me out of my long. So maybe we reverse. The one thing I like about Jelly right now is the 1 hour time frame is oversold on the stock site, and you are still above the 200-day moving average on the 1 hour time frame. And the 4 hour time frame right now is oversold. So it could totally bounce. 6 hours oversold. It would help probably if Bitcoin goes sideways. 8 hour time frame for Jelly on the stock RSI is also oversold above the 200. So I gotta say, when you zoom out, Jelly still looks okay. And if you bounce here, I would say that you're still in this uptrend holding this higher low. If you go any lower than 8.7 cents, I would say that the trend is kind of going to start to roll over back to the downside. So that's kind of my, maybe I still with a trade on Jelly. It looks more sketchy than ICP for sure, though. So those are the only two trades I'm in right now. But I guess I'm also in the Bitcoin long, but that's like it's becoming a long-term swing trade, which is kind of unfortunate. If you guys have requests for altcoins, let me know in the comment section below. I'll be back live. This live stream is to make up for the one I didn't do yesterday, but I'll be back live to my normal schedule come Saturday at 9 p.m. Central Time. So that's my update, guys, on the market right now. I just want to hop on here really quick and kind of say, hey, this is what I see going on. But I gotta say, I see more downside for Bitcoin. And if Bitcoin does not reclaim the 15-minute 200 at 86.8, I don't see any reason why we don't go down to 81.8. So if you don't reclaim 86.8 on the 15-minute time frame, I see 81.8 coming by Friday, end of week. So that's kind of where I stand in the markets, guys. I think that's a great top-down analysis on Bitcoin, ICP, and that Jelly coin. It just looks to say the least. So I appreciate the likes. That's where I stand in the markets. It looks sketchy to me. And the market kind of sucks right now. And that is fine. Most people, you will make, if you invest now, when the crypto fear and greed index is around 10, that's when you'll become a lot wealthier than if you buy in a bull market. Most people, the wealthiest of people, make their money in the bear market because they buy the bear market and then they sell the bull market. So, yeah. And like I always say, guys, the trend's your friend till the end. Whenever you're below the 200-day moving average, you are bearish. And if you're below that, you should be in a short. If you're above this yellow line right here, you could be long. If you just short when you're below it and long when you're above it, you should make money trading. This is not financial advice. I'm just telling you how I do it, and that's what I did with ICP. Now, obviously, the strategy is not going to work if you're in continual chop going above and below, but if you're in a nice downtrend like you're on ICP, it's awesome to short when you're below that line and keep your stop above it. You could do this for any time frame. So that's just how I've been doing it, at least with ICP recently. And Jelly, that's the reason why I'm long on the 1 hour, because you're above the 1 hour 200, you know? Smaller time frames don't look great. We'll see what happens. The larger time frames look pretty good to me on Jelly. So that's my analysis on the markets. That's what I see going on. And I see more downside for Bitcoin unless you reclaim 86.8. And I will kind of leave it at that. It doesn't matter. You could use a 200-day moving average on any time frame. But, yeah. I like to use that strategy on the 1 hour, though. That's what I like. 4 hours good, too. What is my opinion of Cardano? I don't have an opinion on Cardano. ETH to 2,500. So we can look at some of these coins if you would like me to, but I don't have an opinion on Cardano, per se. Let me look at Cardano. Okay, so I'm going to just go to the 4 hour time frame. Oh, God. So look at that. I mean, that's awful. That's bad. I'll start on the daily. Okay, so look what you guys are going to do. So I'm going to just put this here, and this is pretty easy analysis to me. This is not financial advice, but guys, I see it going down to 28 cents again for a double bottom or a lower low. You have that crazy wick 90+% of the time, 90 to 95% of the time. It might take a few weeks or a few months, but you are going to feel this gap. You're going to feel that wick, I should say. So that happened on the 10th of October, November, December, and it could be 3 months. But in 3 months, you should feel that gap. It doesn't have to, it could be longer than 3 months. It looks like it could be about 3 months and you'll feel that gap. So when you had that crazy wick down and you came back up here, that would have been a good time to short. You're still below the daily 200. So again, I just say it. Using the 200-day moving average on any time frame is a good tool. You could have done this on the daily. Kept your stop loss above 73 cents. You'd still be in the trade. Now your stop loss could technically be around 69 cents. And take profit could be down there at 28 cents. That would be a 3-month swing trade or more. But, you know, that is your lowest daily candle close now on Cardano, you know, in months. Since here, literally since that crazy wick, this is your lowest daily candle close and lowest daily candle since that crazy wick down. So I'm just saying, guys, it takes patience. You know, you had that dump there down on the 21st. Then it took, you know, how long did it take? 2 or 3 weeks to get that pump up, and then you start dumping again. So for those 3 weeks, you will have had to hold the trade while it only went slowly up. But I'm just saying that would have been a good short on Cardano. I see Cardano right now. I'm sorry that you bought at 40 cents. Is that what you said? I don't even remember. It looks like Cardano is going to go down to about 28 cents again. So do with that information as you please. But Cardano looks bad. So daily, same thing that we just talked about on Cardano looks likely on XRP. Lowest daily candle close since that crazy wick down on the bloodbath that we had on October 10th. You're below the daily 200. It's the same thing. You can use my strategy on any asset, on any time frame, as long as it looks like the trend's to the upside or downside. So stop loss above 259 if you're using the daily time frame. Take profit down at $1.26. Or you could even say, hey, this is the lower high in the daily right here. My stop could be above 220. So stop above 220 for less risk. Take profit at $1.26, $1.27, even $1.30. And it looks likely, this might take longer than Cardano because you're further away from the take profit. But it looks like in the next month or two, you're going to hit that target of $1.27 to the downside on XRP. It looks, in a way, it looks just like Cardano. So that's kind of what I see going on right now. I hope you guys have a great night. I see. Hey Hannah, how's it going? So that's what I see going on for XRP right now is more downside, and I see eventually going down to $1.26, and that's kind of what I see going on for Cardano. And again, if Bitcoin does not reclaim 86.8, I see no reason why we don't go down to 81.8. You're in a bear flag, and yeah. So far, this short for me on ICP's doing pretty good. Anyways, and it does look like now Jelly could bounce here on the 1 hour time frame, and my long might play out. So we'll see what happens. That's my update. I'll be back live Saturday at 9 p.m. Central Time. 176 XRP. What do you mean? Do you mean $1.76? So, yeah, I see XRP going down to $1.26, I think I said. I can't even remember now. But I said whatever that crazy wick low was I think $1.26 is what I said. I'm pretty sure $1.30, $1.26. Thank you for the follow. We're not on a bull run, guys. You can't say we're on a bull run. You just can't say that. Bull run will happen, I would say, in a year from today. That's when we can. I would be okay if Bitcoin goes down to 40,000 in the next 12 months. It would be okay by me. With that trade that I have with a sell at 95,000, if I have to add more money because I did a cross margin, which means so my liquidation on that long on Bitcoin is 41,000. So if I add more money to the account, my liquidation would go down. I don't have to enter it into the trade. Just if I add more money to the account, my liquidation would go down. So if we start going down towards 40,000, I can add another $1,000 to the account, and then I'll be fine. Maybe another 5,000. I don't know. Whatever I have to do. But that's kind of my update, guys. I see more downside for Bitcoin. It looks very likely to me that we're going to see $82,000 here by Sunday. Probably even by Friday. Thank you for the likes on TikTok. I appreciate it. Thank you for the follow as well, Emily King. I appreciate it. 40,000. And if you guys want to see the entire screen, go over and watch me on YouTube. It blows my mind that no one does it. I don't get it. But you know what? It's okay. I will say I do check TikTok comments a lot more because there's more people watching on TikTok. There's only 3 today, but all right, guys, that's going to kind of wrap it up. I'll see you guys in the next one. Trade safe. Have a great rest of your Wednesday, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Yeah, the market looks bad, and I don't see why we don't go down. If you guys want to join the Telegram group, link to join is in my description on TikTok. It's free to join, by the way. Where on iTunes? Right now, I'm just listening to something on YouTube. What's the YouTube channel called? It's a good question. Well, I think it's called the Relaxed Movement, but let me check on that. It is called The Relaxed Movement is the channel name. All right, guys, I'm going to end the YouTube live stream now. Thank you guys for joining.